Now then, Reefers, welcome back to the channel. As you can tell by the title, this video is all about the NYOS EQ upgrade kit. I am incredibly grateful to NYOS for sending me this kit. As you know, I'm a huge fan of the NYOS products. I've been using the Quantum 160 now for over a year, I think about a year and a half. I haven't touched it in all that time. I set it and forgot about it, so I have to pull it out. I've not done any maintenance to the pump, and I believe inside this box you do get a new pump, so that saves me a job. So without further ado, let's get this box down, let's have a look what's inside the box and go through a bit of what to expect if you do decide to upgrade your EQ skimmer. So everything inside the box is now laid out on the table. You've got your power supply here, the Beyblade. I keep calling it the Beyblade because that absolutely looks like the Beyblades we used to play with in school. But this is your bubble plate twister design thing that they've got. You've got your pump here, which is a 24 volt DC pump, but you can control it. So we'll get into that in a second. Your RGB LED clip-on, which obviously changes colour depending on the circumstances in the skimmer. It's not just a gimmick, which I found out. I did ask NYOS that directly. And here is the controller, which is very neat, very clean, and works with Mobius. So we need to do a lot with this, but that is everything inside the box. So let's just touch very quickly on the technical details of the NYOS Quantum. It's a 24 volt pump, as I already said, it's DC. So as I said, it's a 24 volt, 15 watt for the 160. And you can actually adjust the speed of the pump, which is stepless from 1% right up to 100. The light here now, this is really cool. This is just, like I said, it's an RGB LED light that goes onto the skimmer inside the sump. But this light does indicate if there are issues with the skimmer. So if it's green, it's good. If it's red, something's probably blocking the pump or something's wrong. And again, it's not a gimmick. We all need it in a dark sump. It actually has a function on it where you can light up the LED to like a white light to light up the sump, so you can see what you're doing if you're doing any maintenance in there. And I think that is a really nice touch. And the rest of it, I do not know. I've not done this before, so it's just a replacement bubble plate here for the skimmer. And as I said in the beginning of this video, I've done zero maintenance with my skimmer, so please forgive me when I pull this out. I'm dreading pulling it out. I might have to get some dirty clothes on to do this because it's going to be filthy, but I haven't had to pull it out. I set it and forgot about it for over a year now. So now I think what we're going to have to do is push this aside and get the big beastie 160 out and take it apart and look at how we install this upgrade kit onto our 160. We have it, the dirty beast that is the 160. What I'm gonna, all those stupid Halloween decorations nearly tripping me up. Right, let's get a towel down because this is going to be a very dirty job. Here is the 160. Legit, I swear I have not done anything with this. I took it out for the first time when we moved house. I didn't do anything to it. I just put it straight back in, and there you go. That's a year and a half of gunk ready for a good clean. I mean, the skimmer up here is somewhat chronic. It is wild. So it's well overdue. This is good timing. This is good timing. So it's really quite easy to do. Make sure you've prepared as well as I have and have your butter knife ready. You only need a butter knife for a flathead, but my toolbox is in the garage. So all we're going to do is unscrew these here. Take your screws out. There's four of these on this. The thing is, if you're doing the upgrade, you've assembled it before anyway, so you know what to expect when building it and disassembling it. Because unlike me, you probably have maintained your skimmer a little bit more. But let me know in the comments, honestly, if you've got the NYOS Quantum, how often do you maintain it? And I had the 120. I still think the 160 is a lot better than the 120. I've still got the 120 and the Seahorses, but I didn't have to do what with this. It's been amazing, absolutely amazing. So let's get our Venturi out and just take that off there. And now we are at our Beyblade. So we're going to just take the screw off here as well. And I mean, there's not much built up in there. It's, like I said, a year and a half's worth of effort. That's going to be hard to get off. Right, that's taking some effort, but we got it. No, we ain't got it. I thought I had it then. Yeah. Okay. That is baked on. That is absolutely baked on. So we've got all this is new. So we've got all this is included in the upgrade. And now we're down to the pump itself. Here. If you guys do want a video on the 160, a full skimmer video with the features of the 160, not just the EQ upgrade, do let me know, because like I said, I do have a soft spot for this skimmer. It has been amazing. And there we go. Oh, we've got a little, quick look at that guy. We've got a little serpent star there, look. See him? Just put him back in the tank. Give this a little bit of a wipe down. Today would be a good day to clean this, and because I am so pressed for time, I'm not going to clean it. I'm just going to get the EQ kit on and give it a clean this weekend. But we're here to see how we install it. The good thing is, with having a pump included, is I'm going to dip this in some citric acid, clean it up and put it away as a spare pump. So I've got a backup pump if this one does fail, which is a nice little touch. Okay, so really simple. As I said, if you've installed the 160 before, the same thing applies. There's just a few different things now with the EQ and the LED. So we're going to just pop this back in place. This just sits in the cradle here. Then you pop that on there as well. It's just fiddly. It's really fiddly. Right. So we are back in place now with the new pump. As you can see, nice and shiny. And that is the first part of this process. So we're going to open up the bubble plate now and get this on. Let's just get that on. Now we put the Beyblade on. The Beyblade is going on. This just simply goes back on here. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't, because we've got the LED upgrade here. So the LED just clips on to here. So there's a little bit more to do with it. So your LED with the LEDs facing upwards. So this side with this goes up, and we just clip that onto here like so, and we're going to put that in the center as much as we can. And then what we've got actually in the new Beyblade, I'm going to keep calling it the Beyblade, is we've got a little cut out here where we can put that cable through like so. Give it some slack as well in there, so sort of like that. Screw that back on, and it's ready to assemble to the main body now. So that is the upgrade kit installed. It's not complicated, it's very much the same as the standard kit. Just a few little bits now we've got to be mindful of for the wire, for the LED, and there you go. We are good to go. So let's reassemble the body. One thing with the skimmer bodies I like to do as well, so a little bit of a tip for you, is get your venturi on when you're lining this up before you screw it on, because if you slightly get it off center from there, you're not going to get the venturi back on. So I will get the cables down here, look, fed in.
Wait, do you think you should clean that?
No. Should I clean it?
You can have a nice light in it, don't you? You want all that dirt on it?
Oh yeah, I should clean it. Oh, I'm going to clean it. Okay, yeah. Alright. Okay, I'll start again. Before I assemble this unit to the body, I'm going to clean it so we can see the LED. Some of us think better than others. Right, I've cleaned it. I've cleaned all the bits. Ta-da! Very good point there. But I don't really like cleaning my skimmer. Does anyone else find that you have this anxiety from it's going to take so long to break in again and you're going to have to form that relationship with your skimmer? I have these anxieties about cleaning the skimmer. Once it's set, I just want to forget about it. Right, so we can reassemble the body now and stick it in the sump and go through what we can do on Mobius, because this features app control via Mobius. So I'm really excited to use that. I already have the Ecotech stuff within Mobius that I use, and I love the app. It's really easy to use. So we actually are introducing a new level of control, because we've got all the control on top of the skimmer as we adjust here the air intake and everything else, but we also now have the control on the actual pump itself. So this gives us ultimate control of our skimmer, and I am excited to see it. So let me assemble it. So as I said, with what you want to do is when you put the body on, Get the Venturi in as well to line it up, so you're not doing that after and it's slightly misaligned. So here, if you look at here, get that aligned, and then you can put your screws back on. Not too tight, not too tight. So there we go, we've got our skimmer body assembled, ready to go. Just got to connect everything back up now and get it in the sump. Let's go. More cables, more cables. So my sump is limited, very limited with space. It's very, very tight in here, very tight. So the controller wire is probably not going to be long enough for me to put on my control board, look, you see? So that might have to sit either in here, but I'm not going to use it because I'm going to get it up on the app. So I'm just going to stick it back there for now where the dry side is, and then get it set up from there. Both the LED and the pump are controlled through one power supply, so we don't have to find any more sockets, which is already a nightmare. So I will stick this exactly where it came from, back in the apex. So there we go. So I could probably pin it up here or something, but I'm not going to be able to use this. But let's just get it plugged in. Okay, we'll just leave it there for now. I'm going to have to do some sorting and then stick this back in here. Oh, I need to get my skimmer tag. I should label everything so you know where your plugs are. Okay. Right, so we're going to go on to Mobius. We're just going to head into Mobius. Okay, so we're going to go to devices. We're going to go to add new device, and it should come up Quantum 160. Let's click on that. Next. An update. I'll wait for it to update and we'll come back. So do you remember I said earlier in the video about the control on it? So you've got your air intake there, which you can adjust here, and then you've got your open. You can open and close the skimmer here with this, but you can also fine tune it here once you've dialed it in as well. So you already have quite good control over the skimmer, but now it's introduced the stepless, control from 1 to 100%, so we can even get another level of control over the skimmer. It is red, which I believe red is not a good colour, so I don't think that's probably because we need to get it on the app and have a look at the presets and things. Okay, so high performance, skimmer operates at 80% speed all day, nutrient export reduction, skimmer operates at 50% all day, plankton saving, skimmer is at high speed during the day and reduces speed at night. That sounds cool. Let's activate that. Ooh, look at that! That's pretty cool. It's not a gimmick as well, there is a function to the colour. But I would have got it for a gimmick anyway. Who doesn't like daft colours? Okay, so quantum. So a light, see, there you go. So you've got an illumination in the sump. So we can see everything in there. Let's just turn it off. Oh, it goes to green. So you can go on the app, you literally just put light on and it'll so you can see everything that's at the base of the sump here, and you can see everything in the other chambers, and it's just giving a nice little bit of light up here as well. I like that, and that's really useful. It saves me installing a light. So if we just went on a constant speed setting here, let's delete everything else. I don't want it to overskim, but let's just delete everything else. So we can actually, okay, look, so you can see here, that's dialed right down to 1%, and we can see the water levels drop there. So if we ramp that up to where we want it, so now we're in amber. Oh, there's an amber light. Getting there, it's getting there. So it knows what it should be pulling in. I like that. And we've got that blue. So that's optimal, right? Okay. So green's optimal, and then blue is not optimal. Likewise, yellow and red. Obviously, red would be indication that something is blocking up the pump. And I'm sure there's a way, or when updates come out, that you can program your own settings to correspond with the LEDs to replicate whatever's going on. But I like the idea of the saving the little guys, the plankton. So we're going to activate that and we're going to run with that schedule. Go back to that live demo. Right, so we're green. So we know we're good. So now I've got the plankton mode on. If anything prevents that skimmer pump from drawing in water as it should be now, it's going to indicate that either by there's too much or too little, and I'm going to know when I open the sump or see the glare coming from the sump that something isn't right. I think that's really cool. I like that. So I'm going to just quickly throw this back in. I've got to go pick the kids up from school, but I wanted to show you the controller here, which I noticed earlier when I was messing around with it, this changes colour to replicate the colour that the skimmer's showing. So if I could somehow fit that on my control board here, you could just look at that for an indication as to how the skimmer's performing. That's nice. So it's more than a gimmick. Definitely more than a gimmick. So Reefers, that is it. That is how we upgrade our NYOS Quantum 160 to the new EQ upgrade kit. I hope you've seen that it's not just a gimmick. There are some features that are pretty cool with this skimmer, and we have a little bit more control. As always, I have to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribed to the channel recently. We've hit over 20,000 subscribers in a considerably short amount of time, and I'm so grateful for the support. Don't forget, we've got the next 3 episodes from Ocean to our aquarium coming, where we're actually in the sea, getting corals, and going through the full process of where these corals come from and how they end up in our aquarium. So stay tuned for that. We've also got our Prego seahorses here, which Roberta's going to come back and do another video on. So if you want to see anything else from the channel, from the seahorses, from the main tank, from the nano, from the lagoon, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to make a video on anything that you request, just as long as enough people want to see it. As always, it's hard work doing this, so do give us a like and a subscribe if you've enjoyed this content. Until the next video, plenty more seeing the fish.